Hi everyone, I am Tara and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel. My channel was previously called Spiritual Talk with Spirit Mother. Okay, however, I recently changed it because I was reading the description and I was thinking about my videos and what they were about and what have you. And I know like some people think like, how is what you're saying have to do with spiritual talk? Because it's more on a assertive, could come off as a little aggressive sometimes. So what I've done is I've changed the name of my channel to Shadow Self-Reflection Spirit Mother. Okay, because that's what it more has to do with. It has to do with the shadow and the going and looking within. And when you do that, like when you have that epiphany, that awakening, or that near-death experience or that death experience that opens you up to something totally different to what you were ever used to, because it was always poo-pooed against and it was told that that's taboo, that's not right, that okay. So today I am going to talk about empaths and energy, because it's been more recent that I've been starting to experience different things, like physically and mentally, and sometimes like on a visual level. However, like I'm an empath and I'm a severe empath, like a lot of you. And with that comes an extreme sensitivity to energy. Okay, it doesn't matter what energy it is. We can be very sensitive, like people energy, um, visual energy, audio energy. It's all there, and we're so sensitive that we actually see things that some people don't see, or we feel things, or we hear things that others don't see. It's because we are so in tuned. And when we get all these different frequencies going on, sometimes we don't know which way to go. And it can give, hi, Rolly, what were you into? It can give a good feeling in the body. It's almost like you feel like air, you feel weightless. That's the good aspect of the energy when you're getting good energy. And when you're collecting, like when the bad energy's coming in and you're feeling everybody's pain and their anxieties and their anger and frustration, and they don't have to even be right there. It's part of like you're connecting with someone near, or you could even be connecting with one of yourselves, one of your shadow selves, one of your other selves. Okay, you're picking up energy everywhere. So when we hear of I'm going to say it because this is from my perspective of what my epiphany has been and how I've been seeing it. And like I said, we all see things at different angles. Like just because I see it one way doesn't mean you have to see it that way. But the way I look, like when you have hauntings and the spirits, because the spirits are energy, okay, and it's a frequency and it's a vibration. If you're in a negative vibration, you end up seeing a lot of negative, right? And then if you're seeing like energies that are like moving things and kind of throwing, and you feel like you're in danger, well, that is an energy that is from a different aspect, and you're tapping because you're on that same frequency. So it can sometimes it can feed off your energy, but if you're able to find out what's going on, then it can help settle things more. Because, see, they could have went through a trauma, okay? And you could be like from a different life and an aspect of that trauma. Or it could be that, okay, these people were there and they died, but they don't know that they're no longer there. Hence the movie The Sixth Sense, when Bruce Willis didn't even know that he was dead, and he was talking to the child dead. Because The Sixth Sense. Si so it's like kind of, okay, it could be yourself also. You're feeling the energy, and maybe you're seeing yourself from a different lifetime or a different aspect, or like I said, a shadow part of yourself that can manifest. Because when you get afraid, okay, and you get a little spooked, think of it this way. Sometimes you can use your own energy. It could be your own energy creating that thing to move. Okay. Yeah. It's passing, like something wants to be, like it's when something wants to be said, and the higher self, the spirit, is saying it. Okay. Now, the first time, like I said, the first time I realized that I was connecting with energy from like different spirits and stuff like that was because that's when I really started becoming fluent with the different languages. And it, like I said, it gets all intertwined because you're on that frequency where you're hearing them, and all of them, when you're a channeler, sometimes they all want to speak at once because they're there for the help. And with this aspect, you're having, like, it's all coming in, and it's not a matter of picking and choosing. You can protect yourself. With me, I say it's like, in order for me to really be able to understand people, beings, entities, on whatever frequency, vibration, what have you, it's like I don't have to. There's times that I choose to connect. Because when I do that, it helps me to understand myself more, and where I'm feeling the energies. And like, instead of freaking out, I know that's easier said than done. Yes, it is easier said than done. But the aspect of it is when you realize the energy that you're feeling, okay, and you know that it's not your energy, you're picking up on someone else's. Because I know, like, I've today I was doing a quick healing on someone, and I was using pyrite, and this person had a severe back injury. The lower part of the back, well, their spine was broke, okay, even up into the neck. And I didn't know that the neck was broken too. And I took the pyrite and I put it on, like, the middle, like the small right here. And I took and I started, like, tweaking it. and holding it there. And then I let spirit guide me to where it needed to be. So I was going, and spirit, like, I was guiding down and down and down and down all the way, like, to the base of the spine. And then it was like it took a turn, and then I'd get in spots and I'd kind of tweak it, and I'd see certain, like, kind of see flickers in certain areas, which represented the electrical. These are things that can happen when you start feeling energies, and, like, you're going to get the good and the bad. There's no doubt about that. And I'll, like, show you, like, when you have some coming in and you're feeling enclosed, of things you can do. But back to the spine, and then I was coming back up, and I started getting around this area again, and I started going up further and further, and then all of a sudden, in my own self, I got there, and all of a sudden I was hearing crunching and cracking. And when I got up to that part of their neck, okay, they stopped me, and they used the excuse of I was in their hair, like up in their hairline. But I know differently. It kind of might have freaked them out a little bit, maybe. Who knows? This person probably wouldn't even tell if I said it was right or not. But when I felt that, and the move, it was like, was your neck broken too? Yeah. It's like, okay. That's why I was getting all the breaking and cracking and snapping sensations and audio sounds. So when you, like, empaths have a lot of energy themselves, okay? We are very powerful when it comes to being an empath, because, like I said, we're able to connect. It may not be good sometimes, but we're able to connect with other people. And it gives us a better understanding of what that person is going through. But then you got to ask yourself, okay, is this person an empath? Why I say that is because a lot of people more and more people are becoming empaths because they're waking up. So sometimes when I feel the energy, I don't know how to assess it. And sometimes it's because there's a lot of it coming in at the same time. So it kind of keeps you on a weird, like, vibration, but it can also be like, oh my God, really heavy and suffocating. So it's like, okay, start talking, start looking within yourself, because it could be a heavy side of yourself weighing you down. Like maybe something just happened, or even someone in the room from that aspect, or even a different life. Okay. Like this stuff, some people think, oh, well, this, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like you and your energy. I have somebody who does that, and it's like, yeah, me and my energy, because everything is energy, and we feel it. I was into Home Depot yesterday, and I was walking around. I was like, oh my goodness. It's like, I got to get out of here. Like, holy crap. And then it was just like, whoa. And I was also feeling like just not just heavy, like just like, oh, wow. It was like there was a almost a squeezing. So I'd go like this, because I'm getting that a bit right now, because there's some energies that just really don't want you talking about this, but that's okay. Maybe you don't like me talking about it because you don't understand, or you don't want others knowing. So when you have that aspect, and yes, sometimes I do appear that I've just like totally went out to lunch to other people. But that's okay. Because that's only because they don't understand. Or they're not experiencing it themselves yet. So when you're feeling energy, it's not like sometimes I know sometimes you might know yourself, even if you're not an empath, but you walk up to somebody and you start kind of laughing. You have that laugh inside you and a giggle type thing, almost like a little bit of a high type thing, but you don't know why. It's because their energy, even if you can't feel energy, their energy could push onto you. That's the same as the bad energy, and that's why I sort of call them. I call it like a jumper. It jumps in and then creates. It can create. You got your good. You got like. There's no. It's not good or bad. It just is, and it's the aspect of. It can come in with a bad intentions. And yes, I say bad intentions because it's to cause problems. It's to cause anger, frustration. And then you have the ones that come in giving joy, love, happiness, positive energy, uplifting. Whereas the more deconstructive, the energies that are creating problems. Some want to change. Some are happy the way they are. Some are not. And what happens is when we're in a mood, okay, like I said, we attract that sort of energy. When our light is shining, we attract a certain kind of energy. Okay, a lot of times it's the good energy, but you got the bad. You got the, I'll say, positive, negative energy. Okay, you got the negative energy coming in, and it's like kind of like an odd frequency of your body. I think I got a little off track for a second. Yeah. See, this may just there's aspects of ourself, and it's an energy that I'm not sure if I'm having it. I think it's a connection that I'm having to someone. They're getting it's in the solar plex. So you're feeling it's a feeling of frustration, aggravation, like you're trying to sort through something, but you can't understand it. Yeah. Oh, okay. use that with it. Okay, what aspect? It's we went away. Yeah, it's not a person's fault, right? But so, what part of it? Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Obviously, I connected. Diskede dolar skulle någon är där. Okay. And it kind of got lost. Something changed. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Now, that's part of, like, it wasn't a jumper or anything. It was like a communicating. Now, when you look at energy, like I told someone recently, and it really does happen. Okay. So when you get your energy built up and what have you, and in a meditation, okay, you if you what I do, and like I said, like you can see energy. Okay. So I take and I put my hands like that, and I put them there, and I feel like you feel a pressure in between the fingers and the thumbs. Okay. And after you get going and you just say, okay, I got energy in my hand. I got energy in my hand. I got energy in my hand. Whoa, I got energy in my hand. Okay. So I'm trying, okay, let it go, kid. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I got energy in my hands. Okay. So if you close your eyes, well, I already know it's like I had them open, but you can see the energy, and you close your eyes and you can see the form of the energy. Whatever color comes into you, that's what your energy looks like. That was weird, you guys. Yeah, it was like separating my eyes. But yesterday, when I was in Home Depot, like I was feeling everything, and it's like I gotta go. So what I ended up doing, because when you do something out of your ordinary, okay, something that can make someone laugh, make you laugh, anything, just something silly, okay, you just by doing something silly, you can start to transmute the energy and reflect it out, or you can center your hands like this, as I said before, it pushes out. I was walking through the aisle and I was feeling it, and I was like, oh God. So I got up to this toilet and I lifted the seat on the toilet and I sat down. And then I asked, when the lady looked, I said, I couldn't make it. I said, like, I think I said to her about like Do you got any toilet paper? And they start laughing. So it's like doing silly things like that. Some people may not find that funny, and that's entirely up to yourself. You may find something else funny. Do it. Sometimes like you need to allow that inner kid to come out, because if we don't, then what we're doing is we're suppressing that aspect of us, and it's getting angry and it lashes out. Like sometimes it can lash out in ways of not getting its own way because it's never given that chance, if that makes sense. Because when you you keep the kid inside, then we have to have fun, enjoy ourselves, because that little aspect of us, that's our energy too. And as you know, kids are full of energy, and when we don't let them out and have fun with ourselves, then we're suppressing it, and as we suppress it, then it can be a heavy energy. But the energy, frequency, and vibration is where you say yourself to be seeing a ghost or what have you, however it may appear to you. Okay, it's a spirit. So as time goes by, I'm finding out more and more of an aspect of me of what I need to be looking at for myself, and in a lot of ways of how to how to help other people with regards to it, especially helping others to understand what they're feeling when they're an empath. And like I said, the aspect of jumpers, I said, like we go up and down, but if somebody gets aggressive and they're not usually aggressive, then there was an energy that kind of popped into the works to manipulate the other energy. So it's a matter of like taking it back, manipulating it back. I haven't done that in a while. I guess I'm being reminded that swirl up the energy, right? Just clear it. That feels good. Like I vibrate my body, I shake my head, and it feels good. And people, there's almost like, well, maybe that's why you have a few screws loose. Or maybe I'm letting in the light and it's causing my wire circuits to come back on. And I know that like there's people out there that are not understanding the aspect that I'm saying, because well, energy. Okay, have you ever? Okay, you take electronics for instance. Okay, have you ever been zapped from an electronic? That's energy. That's your frequency. That's your vibration. That's your electrical current. And it's all a part of you. It's a matter. A matter, but it's the way of being able to understand it. I get like bad days, but then it's just learning how, when you get that bad days, okay, sometimes like we need to rest. When our body calls for rest. But sometimes we just need to get up and do something for ourselves. Like, well, the rest is because there's so much light energy. Everything's coming in all at once. It's coming from the earth, it's coming from the moon, it's coming from the sun, it's coming from the solar around. It's just from every direction. So we're getting banged up. And the more we get banged up, the more sensitive and the more of an understanding we start to feel the energy and know what kind of energy we're feeling. Okay. And I said, you can hear energy. Okay. Well, do you ever hear the buzzing from the plugs? The buzzing and sounds from the fridge and stuff like that. Well, that's energy. It's created from energy. And it causes that kind of energy from that's making noise like that. It's hard on the head, and it keeps us from being able to. From being able to like just sit, because it's so much noise. I said before, autism, autosensitive. And with regards to ADHD, ADD, all of these, like what they diagnose as a medical disorder, you might not like what I have to say, and that's okay. I'm not a doctor. Go get medical advice. But what I'm saying is it's the energy. Okay? It's the energy that we're feeling. And there's so many different energies, especially right now. Right? Right. And I say this from experience, and everybody experiences things differently, but I am a severe empath, and I do feel energies intensely sometimes. That's why I cry on my videos. I feel the emotions. It's not my own emotion, so I have control over my own emotions. But it's being connected to them. Somebody just said, well, how is it your own, like how are you connected with your own emotions? Oh, because I know when it's my own emotions. I know when it's something that I'm feeling. So sometimes when somebody is upset or frustrated and it comes out of me in a more aggressive manner, sometimes it's myself. Sometimes it can be the feeling that I'm getting from others. And sometimes it's my higher self. Sort of can be getting frustrated with me, myself, because I'm supposed to be doing something and I'm not doing it. So it's kind of like the universe giving you that shove. Like it's like, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, and we ask God, and we ask God for this, we ask God for that. Well, you know that you've received it when we have the faith, and then it's making the effort. Not always wanting people to do it for you. And I say, like, doing it for you, it's like when you're calling or you're talking to someone and you keep saying the same thing over, and they're giving you like guidance and they're giving you tools and what have you. Well, we can't do the work for each other. We can help one another. We can guide one another. Teach one another. hiwana, what have you. But in the end, it's you who needs to do the work. Tiskiriturasinen, tieshala sue koe maka. Isutue, tikariatoin, nikiamoshkia sie, kitutie, kidonasana no mukotae nai, e kia a kushkaya mugoya tai no kutaya sirietai equitai. Kino. Okay. Tiske anoshkai, si kututale, leke no kritikatimi kutuye. C'est tout un akatae celui que les pitutorie pas, c'est pitunumina engenaski tutoshkle si tutiki. C'est kotole tutona akana katiata. Si tuturi kame en me kumakatae suyatae shkoyaske do the katae tiki. Yep. Tikana asian, etole totoriata atukumai. Zebedu dibina me meshkumia tiskiwi do ele tola makataria itoi. Se sita na kitui me katoi na shkola skrian. Tigrian to de me kitui. Se gidona anu me kotala sela dore sere tu shkoya skam. Okay. Yep. Ew. It's the lodging part. Crap. Let's get it that it's tuning. Let's move it. Mishka, let's get on to the mana. Yeah. Kill on that they do. I'm just clearing my throat chakra, and it's like bringing up an energy. It's like letting go. It's a form of purge. What do you get to this way? Okay. Yeah. It's like this guy. You got to say no got to get to time. You say I'm ready at that. Okay. Yeah. I think I know what's going on, you guys. I'm getting blasted. Yeah. Tiskirian to kalem. Yeah. Okay. When you try to inflict pain on me, you're only inflicting it on yourself. When I say that, it's because it's the aspect of like it's the aspect of spirit. It's yourself, like your other selves, your shadow selves. You like just it's like a choking sensation sometimes, like an aspect of yourself or something else or what have you. It's like, okay, I'm going to close you off. You're going to stop talking right now. But it's a matter of no, because what's happening when you're feeling that, and it is true that the aspect, it's actually hurting itself because it is that aspect of you in many ways. Okay. It's like a shadow. It's angry at you for a reason. And that's part of the shadow self, the going within. Hence why I now have my channel as shadow self-reflection. And I'm right along for the ride with you. And I totally understand how difficult and how hard it can be, and draining and energetic all at the same time. it can feel like just a massive like holy crap. And then you get the whirls, and it's like, I just went off this ride. But it's only a rough ride when we get in our own way. Because we keep trying to block ourselves. Like we want to come out and say, well, this is what I've been experiencing and what have you, but you're afraid of what your sister, your mother, your father, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, your grandparents, or your friends, or what have you, your teacher, anybody. Okay? I'm here to tell you, don't worry about it. Because the more you worry about it, the heavier you become, instead of allowing the shadow selves and it all to go, like to back off, to resolve. It's the part of, like when they say forgiveness, the biggest forgiveness comes from within. Letting go of your own angers, your own fears, letting go of your traumas. Because the more you feed your traumas, the more that you stay stagnant and energies attach, because it's of the same feeling, the same vibration. When we raise ourselves up and we bring that vibration up, instead of looking all at all the negative, like looking at all the other stuff out there, okay? Because it's a distraction to a lot of things, because it's keeping you from looking in yourself, because we are the reflection of the world out there. It's like, it's never easy to look at your own negative aspects of yourself. We weren't born this way. We were in a program, in a system. But it is up to us to change that program, to change that system, where everybody, it's like, oh, I'm going to feed off your energy, and you're going to, and it's the work. I told my dad, I told someone that the work, it's feeding off our energy. Money is energy, and it is. You got to work. And some people are like 3 jobs or more working, trying to feed their family. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. Okay? Don't worry about not having something, because all it's doing is causing you more anxiety, more regrets, more backdrop. But instead of looking at that, like I had somebody tell me the other day or yesterday, that the reason why they retired was because they were sick of their job. They were a cleaner for 47 years. They were sick of their job, but they had nowhere else to go. And now they want to have a job. Not because they want to be taking all their money and giving it to someone. But because at least then they felt like they had something to do. Like they had a purpose. This girl. There was like a shadow of regret. Yep. It's someone else. I know. Just get out. I just hit someone in the heartstrings. They could relate and they felt it. Just get out. I skriata. Should always have my Kleenex nearby. Somebody is releasing right now. Just get all the cat away. Okay, hold it. Det ska man ska så diskreta gameplay. Šoje asi sukijo dvije pataja soniem. Kadu tai kimito koja skriatai. Kidu yeshkain kupikia sonia sikitie kitie kusuno mota te kitule isule kariashkuya skime kuitae. Okay. So I'm going to leave you all with that. I hope this was helpful in aspects, and it actually is a better name for my channel because I can come off as a bitch sometimes, but we all can sometimes, and that's okay because it's part of the growing, and it's also part of the fact that we're learning and connecting. Go within the heart, look within yourself. And when you start feeling, just start recognizing, write down what you're feeling. Write down what you're feeling. And then just do something different. Do something out of something you wouldn't normally do as a kid. Be spontaneous. Change it up. Okay, so I'm leaving you with that. I'm just give me a good way na. We're all sending our love to you. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. So, with that being said, be big, bold, and brave. Most importantly, be yourself. I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, and most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting and willing to receive it. I want you to stay strong because I know you are. I want you to keep going, never give up, and always remember to be kind to yourself and others. I love you.